Oracle slipped through the breached doorway, her footsteps silent as she moved toward the main floor. From the front of the store, Mr. Kim caught sight of her. His eyes widened in terror, and he frantically gestured for her to turn back, to run, to save herself. Oracle simply shook her head. With a steady gaze, she raised a finger to her lips, signaling for him to remain silent as she closed the distance.
I said stay down on the ground and give me my money, or someone is going to need a doctor!
Oracle fixed her gaze on the gunman, her irises igniting into a brilliant, fiery yellow. The air seemed to ripple with the intensity of her focus. The man's bravado vanished instantly, replaced by a look of pure, unadulterated terror. He stumbled back, his throat tearing as he screamed at a nightmare only he could see. A massive, snarling tiger lunging from the shadows of the grocery aisles. Panicked and acting on raw instinct, he squeezed the trigger, emptying his clip into the empty air where the phantom beast stood. The Kim family and their customers dove for the floor, shielding their heads as bullets shattered glass and tore through boxes of stock. The cacophony of gunfire filled the small shop until the sickening click, click, click of an empty chamber signaled the end of the assault. Realizing he was defenseless against the predator in his mind, the man turned and bolted out the front door, his screams fading into the distance. Silence settled over the store, punctuated only by the hum of the refrigeration units. As the Kims slowly stood up and brushed the debris from their clothes, they looked at one another in confusion. There was no tiger, no golden fur or bloodied claws, only the shattered remains of their shop. But as they turned their eyes toward Oracle, they saw the fading embers of that impossible yellow light in her gaze. They didn't need to see the beast to know that the young woman standing in the doorway had just saved their lives with a power they couldn't begin to understand.
What just happened? And what are you? Some type of…
Mutant!
Don't be rude, Faith. Mind your tongue. We are so sorry, but we have never seen eyes light up like that. Are you an alien? And what did you do to that man? Thank you for that.
We are beings from another dimension, here to stop some crappy people you don't want to know from doing something you don't want to happen here on your planet. How's that?
So you said we. That would suggest there are more of you. And does that more include parents?
Okay, so you're not getting this. Just let me show you because I don't have a lot of time to explain.
As Oracle stood among the wreckage of the shop, she raised her hands, and the mundane walls of the grocery store seemed to dissolve into a shimmering tapestry of starlight. She began to weave the history of her people into the very air, showing the Kim family the swirling birth of galaxies and the ancient legacy she carried. The cosmic display was breathtaking, a silent symphony of light that told a story deeper than words. Yet even as she shared the vastness of the cosmos, a sharp, rhythmic pulsing began at the edge of her consciousness. It was tech. The connection hit her like a physical weight, an intense, high-speed download of data and emotion. Images of cold iron bars, the sterile glare of fluorescent precinct lights, and the chaotic energy of the police station flooded her mind. She felt tech's frustration and the looming danger of their current predicament. The telepathic bridge was heavy with the urgency of their location. The crew was scattered, and the law was closing in. When the celestial images finally faded and the mundane shelves of the Kim's store snapped back into focus, Oracle took a steadying breath. The Kims stood paralyzed, their minds reeling from the sheer scale of what they had just witnessed and the sudden realization of the peril Oracle's friends were in. The air was thick with the silence of their shock. But as the reality of the download settled, their eyes sharpened with 1,000 frantic questions.
Okay, quick question. Who has a vehicle and knows the way to the police station?
We can just call the police and report the thief. It's not
what I care about right now. My team is being held there and I need you guys to be our parents. We'll say you adopted us.
Oh, and how are we going to get your team out of there? We can just say we adopted you and take you guys home. What about proof, paperwork, laws? I know you're new here and we would love to help, but it's not going to work.
Mom, you saw what she did with the thief. That wasn't humanly possible. You're not factoring in her abilities, or the ones her team has. Plus, I finally get to have brothers and sisters. right?
So what's the plan, Oracle?
Just get me there and we'll handle the rest.
Find out on the next episode.